A very warm good morning to all my dear students of Sri Gokulam Public School. This is Nida ma'am with you and I welcome you heartily to my English online class. My dear students, in the previous class we were discussing a very important topic from the grammar, which is the voice. We said that when the subject is doing an action, it is called as active voice, and when the subject is receiving the action, it is called as passive voice. We also said that a conversion of active voice to passive voice is based on the tense forms, and we also learned certain rules for it. So before we get into further in today's class, let us quickly revise through the main rules that we had studied in the previous class. I hope you are learning along with me and also remembering the rules which I had taught in the previous class. So here I have written down all the rules that we had studied in the previous class. Let us quickly review those rules. The first one is the subject and the object in the active voice interchanges in the passive voice. So if you remember, we had said that the subject in the active voice will become the object in passive voice. Similarly, the object in the active voice becomes the subject in the passive voice. So there is an interchange of subject and object in the passive voice when we are converting it from the active voice. The second rule and the most important rule is that the verb is always in the past participle form in the passive voice, which is the third form. So it is in the past participle form. The next one is the word by is added before the object in the passive voice. So before the object we always add the word by. Okay, that is one extra addition that we find in the passive voice sentences when converting from active voice. Then we have also studied how present tense forms are changed from active voice to passive voice. We said that there are four kinds of present tense forms: simple present, present continuous, present perfect and present perfect continuous. In this, the last form does not have any change. Only the first three forms are having the change. So what is the structure of the sentence when we are changing tense forms in present tense forms into passive voice? So in simple present tense, when changed into passive voice, the structure is subject plus is or are based on the subject plus verb in the third form plus by and plus object. Then we have present continuous tense. The structure is subject plus is or are, again based on the subject, plus being. To show that it is in the continuous form, we will add the word being over there, and then there is no change. Okay, the rest of this structure is similar. Plus verb in the past participle form, plus by and plus object. So the only difference from simple present tense to present continuous tense is that present continuous tense has the word being and added before the verb. Then comes present perfect tense, subject plus has or have plus being plus verb in the third form plus by and plus object. So here also in the question there will be has or have when you are converting it into passive voice. So according to the subject you will put has or have. If it is singular it is has, if it is plural it is have, and then being, that extra word being is added over there plus verb in the third form and then object. So if you have studied these three forms, then it is easy for you to learn the past tense forms and the future tense forms. Okay. Now again in the past tense form also we have only got the three forms to change, that is simple past, past continuous and past perfect. Okay, so only these three forms are there to be changed. So let us also quickly go through what these forms are. Here we have simple past tense. Okay, now let us write a sentence in active voice in simple past tense. So here we have the sentence Raju wrote the letter. Now when we are changing it into passive voice, first of all let us apply all the general rules. The first rule is that the object and the subject will get interchanged. So let us do that first. A letter and Raju will come here. By word will be added. Okay. Then wrote. Past participle form of wrote is written. Okay. In the simple present tense, what are we using over here? It is or are. Is or are. So in the past tense, what will we be using? The past tense of is or are, which is was or were. So here we will add, since it is singular, we will add was. If it is plural, we will add were. Okay, the letter was written by Raju. So if you are remembering those, if you have learned those rules properly, then again it is very easy to apply over here. So what is the format now? Subject plus was or were plus verb in the third form plus by plus object. This is the rule to be applied. This is the structure of simple past tense. Subject plus was or were plus verb in the third form, by and object. Now, past continuous. By now you might have got an idea how past continuous will come. Okay? Very easy to remember. We have got the sentence for past continuous tense. The boys were cleaning the room. Now, along with me, let us complete. Let us also change this into passive voice. So yes, you can start. The room, you come over here. By the boys will come here. Cleaned will come here. Okay. Now word. How are you going to change? When it is continuous tense, what is the another word which we have to use here? Continuous tense means always remember being. Being has to come before the verb. Then the room. Is it was or where will we add here? Past tense means it is always was or where. Okay. The room. Room is singular. So what will we add over here? We will add was. If it had been rooms, then it is were. So always check what is the subject. Here the subject was plural, so it is were. Here the subject is singular, so it is was. Okay, that confusion should not come. The room was being cleaned by the boys. Isn't it easy for you to learn? So again, let us write down the structure now. Subject plus was or were plus being plus verb in the third form and by and then the object. That is the structure for past continuous tense. Now we will look into the structure of past perfect tense when we are changing it from active voice to passive voice. Past perfect tense, what is the structure of it? Subject plus had plus verb plus object. Okay, so that is the simple structure of it. The soldiers had won the war. So that is the present, that is the past perfect tense that we have when we are changing it. Okay, do it along with me, or will come here. 1, 1. It is same only, so no change over here. So 1. And when it is perfect tense, what is the word to be added before the verb? It is been. Perfect tense, been. Continuous tense, been. Just remember it in that way, it is easy for you to remember. So perfect tense, been. And then here we have got had. In past perfect tense, it is always had. Okay, there is no singular subject or plural subject. It is always had. So there is again no confusion over there. Had been. Okay, easy to remember. Subject plus had plus been plus verb in the third form plus by and plus the object. This is your structure for past perfect tense. So we have studied present tense forms when we are changing into passive voice and past tense forms when we are changing into passive voice. Just go through the rules every day so that it is easy for you to memorize them. Now my children, let us do a few exercises from your textbook so that you have a better understanding on the voice when we are changing it from active voice to passive voice. Okay, we have the first exercise over here to be done, that is circle the correct options to complete these sentences. So let us quickly do. There are 10 questions given. You have to circle the correct option. Who discovered or was discovered radium? The correct answer is discovered. The Statue of Liberty, again it is was built in France. Amir has made these posters. The teacher were told is wrong English, so it is told her students to get a chart papers. My sister taught me horse riding. Sujit won all the 3 races. We were invited to Ritika's birthday party. A lioness chased a deer but couldn't catch it. The actors were asked to wait backstage by the organizers. A delicious dessert was made by Anam. So that was a very simple exercise. The next exercise that we will be doing is in page number 98, exercise D. Write these sentences in passive voice. So we need to apply our rules and learn and write them. I have done 7 for you and the rest you can do it as your review test. First question is, Ria is arranging the bookshelf. First of all, let us identify what kind of tense it is. It is in continuous form. It is present continuous tense. Now let us apply the rules. The bookshelf will become the subject, Ria will become the object. By word is added over there. Arranging is past participle form is arranged. Then since it is continuous tense, being word is added. Then we have is, because the bookshelf is singular. So the bookshelf is being arranged by Ria. The next one is Indrani accepted the invitation. Again, which tense it is? It is simple past tense. Accepted the invitation means simple past tense. So the invitation was accepted by Indrani. Is it clear, my children? The next one, again it is a simple past tense. Grandfather watered the plants. What is the structure for simple past tense? Was or were plus verb in the past participle. So we have the plants were watered by grandfather. Next one, Salim is polishing the wooden dining table. Is polishing, present continuous tense. Present continuous tense, when we change it into passive voice, what is the structure to remember? is or are plus being plus verb in the past participle form. So here the wooden dining table completely is the object. So that will become the subject. Is being polished. Polishing will change into polished by Salim. Next one is present perfect tense. Present perfect tense, when we are changing it into passive voice, what is the structure? Has or have plus been plus verb in the past participle form. The fence has been painted by Vishal and Vivek. Okay, so that is the answer for it. Next one is also present perfect tense. Again, let me repeat the rule. Has or have plus been plus verb in the past participle form. So here the object is a gold medal in the swimming competition. Everything will come as the object. So that is changed into subject, and then has been won by Mala. The last one, Arjun kicked the ball. Again simple past tense. Simple past tense means was or were plus verb in the past participle form. That is all. So here the ball was kicked by Arjun. So that is the answer. So my dear children, I hope you have clearly understood what active voice and passive voice is and how to change these sentences from active voice to passive voice in the different present tense and past tense form. So quickly let us revise what we have learned in today's class. The three forms, I have just written it down. Simple past tense, the structure is subject plus was or were plus verb in the third form plus by and then object. Past continuous form, we have subject plus was or were plus be, then verb in the third form by and object. Past perfect tense, we have the structure subject plus had plus be plus verb in the third form by and then object. So this is what we have learned in today's class. Please revise the rules and learn them very well. So with this I am concluding today's class. I hope you all study very well and be good children. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, and we will meet soon in the next class.